The hidden costs of building a director of nursing career without mentorship. Let's talk about it. Can I ask you a question? How many of you become a directors of nurses because you wanted to make a bigger impact for the healthcare and for our geriatric population? You wanted to lead. You wanted to improve resident care. You wanted to build stronger teams. You wanted to leave your facility better than you found it. But somewhere along the way, things didn't go that way. The dream became a survival stress mode. If that's you, I want you to know something. The problem isn't that you don't want a sustainable career. The problem is that many directors of nurses are trying to build a sustainable career without sustainable support. Let that sink in for a minute. Today I want to talk to you about what that really costs. What is it costing you? I want to invite you to think beyond today. Think beyond this week's staffing schedule. Beyond your next survey. Beyond tomorrow's meetings. Instead, think about the next 3 years of your career and ask yourself, what kind of director of nursing do I want to become? Do you want to be surviving every day? Or do you want to become the confident leader your team trusts and your residents deserve? Do you want to be the CEO of your nursing department? Because that future isn't built by accident. It's built intentionally. We have to make an effort to change things. Now let's get honest. Imagine you're in your year one of your role. You're answering call lights on your day. You're answering calls on your days off. You're taking work home every single night. I remember those days. You second guess your decisions. And you're constantly putting fires out and have no time for yourself. You rarely have anyone to ask, what do I do next? Or what would you do? That is the reality for many new directors and nurses. I know that was my reality when I first started. And here's what the research tells us. Leadership turnover in long-term care is high, and the director of nursing turnover is associated with poor quality outcomes for facilities, including low quality ratings and low resident and family satisfaction. Now think about that. When the director of nursing is struggles, everyone else feels it. The residents, the families, the staff, the organization. Now, mentorship doesn't guarantee those outcomes will change everything. But what mentor can do is give you a trusted place to build leadership skills, process, understand difficult situations, and shorten the learning curve before small problems become big ones. The 5 costs of not having support. Number 1, the cost of isolation. Leadership can become lonely. You spend your day supporting everyone else. But who supports you? You become the person everyone depends on, but who's helping you carry the weight? Number 2, the cost of delayed growth. Without someone to guide you, every lesson has to be learned the hard way. Instead of learning from someone else's experiences, you learn through trial and error. You want confidence, but confidence grows faster when someone helps you develop it. Number 3, the cost of burnt out. Many directors and nurses don't leave because they stop caring. They leave because they carry too much for too long without enough support. Research from the American Organization for Nursing Leadership found that nurse managers, or nurse leaders, turnover is highest during the first 4 years of leadership, highlighting how critical support is in the early years. You think you need to push harder when what you really need is someone helping you to lead smarter. That's a lot. That's a lot to take in. Number 4, the cost of your team. Research consistently shows leadership influences staff retention, job satisfaction, and work environment. Positive leadership practices are associated with healthier teams and better retention. As a DON, your growth affects more than just you. It influences the people you lead every single day. I can attest to that. You want your staff to stay, but they need a leader who's supported enough to lead them well. And they need a leader to stay also. The cost of your future. This one hurts the most, I think. The career you dreamed about, the leader you hope to become, the confidence you imagine having, sometimes those dreams don't disappear. They simply get buried underneath exhaustion and frustration. You don't need a different career. You need a different way to grow in the career you already love. For me, here's what I've learned after working with directors of nurses and being a director of nursing for 19 years myself. The DONs who build long, fulfilling careers are not necessarily the smartest. They aren't necessarily the most experienced. They're intentional about getting support. They ask questions. They invest in their leadership. They don't wait until burnout forces them to make a change. They build support before they desperately need it. They take action to help themselves. What mentorship isn't about fixing what's wrong. What if it's about protecting what's possible? Protecting your confidence, protecting your peace, protecting your purpose, and protecting your career. Because sustainable leadership isn't about being perfect. It's about never having to navigate leadership alone. The gap between surviving and thriving isn't talent. It's having someone beside you while you grow. You want to picture yourself 1 year from today. You're making decisions with confidence. You leave work without carrying the emotional weight to home. You have someone you can call when you're facing difficult situations. You're leading instead of constantly reacting. You're enjoying nursing leadership again. That version of you isn't impossible. He simply supported. They're there. That's exactly why I created the DON Success Mentorship Academy. Because because you don't need another course, because you don't need more information, but because every director of nursing deserves a safe place to grow, a place to ask questions without judgment, a place to learn from someone who's walked the same path that you've walked, a place to become the leader you know you're capable of being. If you're ready to stop trying to figure everything out by yourself, completely alone, I would love to invite you into the DON Success Mentorship Academy. because your residents deserve a confident leader. Your team deserves a supported leader. And you deserve a career you can sustain, not just survive. Because no director of nursing should have to lead and carry everything alone. The cost of mentorship is an investment. The cost of not having support can be your confidence, can be your peace, your leadership grip, and even sometimes the career you work so hard to have. I'm Michelle Carter, and I'm the creator of the DON Success Mentorship Academy. I have 19 years experience, and everything we discuss I've dealt with and I've felt. So what I've learned to survive and have a sustainable career over 19 years is what I've packaged and put into a mentorship program to help you as a director of nursing, as a new director of nursing, 3 years or less, to have a sustainable career. You didn't become a director of nursing to be in a job for 6 months. You became a director of nursing because you wanted to make an impact and you wanted to change and help your residents and help your team. You wanted to make something different. Well, it's time for you to get the support that you need. This is the real talk for directors and nurses. I'll see you at the DON Success Mentorship Academy. Click the link below so we can set up an appointment and see if you're a good fit. We start our next cohort July 8th. You don't want to miss it. We have our early bird special to the end of this week. We're going to extend it to Friday. So you want to catch it so you can get the support. We've already made 6 months of the year. Do you want this you want to put another 6 months off? It's time to make a change. It's time to invest in your growth, your sustainability, and invest in you to protect your peace, your confidence, your team, and to protect your career. I'll see you in the DON Success Mentorship Academy.